Do you ever get a Jones to play something you haven't played in a long, long time? Well, I have a SimCity 2013 Jones. It's been nagging at me for days. So I reinstalled it from the EA app, but I'm not sure that I'm happy about that. It's a madness, I tell you, a madness. It's going to consume up entirely too much of my time. You see all this fancy stuff they're displaying in this intro teaser? Well, I always seem to implode before I ever get to the fancy future stuff. I think I develop too fast, get too impatient, get a little too crazy with trying some things. So my Jones wants me to try to take it a bit slower on the development and pay close attention to the basics of population growth and basic resource demands. I want to try to get multiple cities working together, buying and selling resources and goods, then work up to regional transportation, then work up to all the future fancy stuff, and then maybe even, finally, create one of the great works. Now, that all sounds good right now, but I'm not sure how it's going to go this time around. Anyway, I got the SimCity Jones, I tell you. The Jones! And it's a madness. It is a madness. Good morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you might be. Uh-oh. What's going on now? Where's my sim game? SimCity, come on, where are you? Sometimes it takes a moment to pop up. Where are you? Dun, 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 dun. Oh, I'm now. SimCity, where are you? There you are. So in the last episode, surprisingly, I managed to get the great work started, the ARCOLOGY. By the way, hello, Rent-A-Cow. I had a lot of fun just there watching you play some of that Arma Reforger. Good stuff. So, look out there, that big base right there with the clouds floating over the top of it. Finally, for the first time, I have started an ARCOLOGY. So what it is normally this is a multiplayer activity, and there's three of us playing different cities, and we all work to get that thing built. So if I come out here and I click on the Great Work site, build a great work. Okay, so well, that doesn't show us all the different things you can build, but there's this ARCOLOGY construction underway, and it needs metal, alloy, and 60,000 crates of television. Not 60,000 televisions, 60,000 crates of television. But the good news is I was thinking ahead. I really wanted to build this, so each city now has freight train delivery. And each city has a recycle plant that is collecting alloy and metals. So those two are already, you can see they're in green, they're starting to fill up. Now what I need to do is make sure none of these cities collapse while I try to establish fabrication plant to do processors, and a consumer electronics fabrication plant to produce televisions. So that's kind of like the only goal tonight. And I went crazy over here. I think I needed I thought I needed 60,000 people. Here, let me back up. To start this Great Works project, one of the requirements is that one city in your region have 58,000 people in it. And all of a sudden I had a population explosion over here in Norwich, which triggered it. And then when I went to go connect these other two cities on the left and the right at the top, they weren't contributing. So I thought, well, maybe they need to get to 60,000 too. So I set it up for them to have population explosions, and then all of a sudden, after a short period of time, before hitting 58,000 on each of these, they were finally able to connect to the Great Work and start sending stuff over. The downside is I caused a huge population explosion in both of those cities that I may not have needed. I may have just needed to give it 5 minutes. I got impatient and jumped it. So now I almost want to go in and downscale some of these cities. Okay. But it's working at the moment. It's getting resources, so let's go in and just find out, take a look at what these cities are doing. If they need anything, just got to try to keep them stable. This is our main concern over here, our power, our 2 power plants, and our energy level. He's pretty much taking care of the other 2 cities. I just put in a second power plant to make sure everybody's got enough. But again, I just caused a population explosion, so we might end up needing another one of these things. We've got to supply the coal for both of these, and it's a limited resource, but I got my coal mine here, added a second coal mine, and pretty much all the coal that these guys are just making is going straight over. If there's any surplus, they'll store it at this trade depot. So yeah, they've got to keep all this running. Other than that, got our trade depot over here with the freight rail to send the alloy and the metal to the Great Work. My gosh, talk about explosion. They've got skyscrapers now. Normally this town, I don't like having a whole lot of people because it gets so dirty quick. The pollution, and then all your Sims just die out from being sick. I have been trying to get their education levels up. Down in the lower right corner, there's 5 levels of education that you have to reach, and then 3 levels of tech level. Okay, your elementary school, high school, library all contribute to the top education level, and then your community colleges, and your universities, they provide tech level. So where I'm going with that is, normally this town is, you don't want people here because you want to do all this groovy industry, and there's oil fields down there. There's still lots more coal to get over here, and lots of ore in the ground here, creating dirty ground pollution and wicked air pollution. Good news is all the other industry that's required to be operating in here is slowly transitioning to high tech, and so that keeps the air, you know, it's not turning into hell over here. So with the coal factory and all the other stuff, normally this is like Denver, the brown cloud, you know, and everybody's constantly dying. We've still got it, just seeing that level when you zoom out. So, you know, the good thing is the wind blows. We're up on a hill, and it not a strong wind, but like 7 miles an hour, and everything goes out that way. Straight over the top of those people, pretty much. Sorry, but I can't do anything about that. But at least it's not blowing back this way. All of our factories. I imagine future versions of the SimCity, if they ever bring it back, they're going to do the wind. They'll switch it up. It'll have, I mean, you don't know what way the wind's going to blow at any given moment. Active weather, not just, it's one way only. I can't wait for the future of a lot of the new games. Did I already say hello to Rent-A-Cow? I did. They have 91,000 people here. Another thing, transitioning to high tech, that's always a great thing. But one of the things I can do, like right now, the traffic is just wicked. Okay. So what you normally don't want to do is put commercial and industrial right. Well, commercial's fine, but industrial right in the heart of where people are living because of the pollution. But once you hit high tech, you can start considering that. So, dezoning certain areas now, and it doesn't matter, I have too many people, so it's okay if I knock out a residence here. And now let's change this to be industrial. Now hopefully it'll go to high tech. It may not, but at some point, if we don't crash our education, we should, you know, stay high tech, and they should transition. But this really helps out keeping your people. Look at all the traffic. Bad. That's bad, 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 bad. Okay, so work and shops right next to where they live is what you want. And now they'll walk to work and walk to shop and stay off the damn road. Because the garbage trucks alone, every garbage truck, every time they move down even one, every single garbage truck, as it moves around, it stops in front of every building, pausing for a second. But that's a second in game time, and each little pause starts backing up everything. This whole highway system, I'll bet, is going to be backed up. Yep. Look at that. I backed up the entire highway system before, all the way over there to that city and out to that side and over that hill. Oops. Over that hill. Come on, you. Cut it out. Over that hill. And the highway continues down into that next valley. And out that side. I've choked the entire highway system. I never said I was good at the game. Okay. I see some bulldozing is required. And you want to deal with anything that needs to be destroyed as quick as possible. Any empty buildings, lots. It brings your people down. And abandoned buildings promote criminals. It's like creates a spawning ground for criminal activity. In the last 2 play sessions, I had to deal with a wicked crime wave. Mostly self-induced, sadly. But I really needed... We're good here. I really needed Trinity Point. Or Clearwater, I'm sorry, which we're going to go to right now. If I can get my shit together. Then we're going to take a break and have a short little smoke break. You know me. Gotta have my smoke break. Okay. So, I really needed this. All the residences. I needed to start moving industry right next to people. And I needed to force the high-tech situation to happen fast. And so I broke down and had a moment of weakness, and I put down Dr. Vu's tower. So under the police department, you can add a supervillain to your town. He helps a lot. He really does. He might be a crime lord, but he helps a lot when it comes to dealing. Consumers shop at Vu Tower for the ubiquitous Vu Tech gadgets, while Dr. Vu does business with local high-tech companies. A constant stream of ordinary residents are converted into criminals to serve the villainous will of Dr. Vu. So he increases tech level of nearby industrial buildings. He accepts freight shipments from local industry. He promotes low wealth tourism, medium wealth tourism, and high wealth tourism. He attracts those tourist levels. But again, the downside, he converts residents into criminals. And when he got unleashed, that pretty much was causing my town to collapse right there. There was so much crime, nobody wanted to live here, and everybody started moving out. So if population control, like right now, I'm at 50,000. If population control is a thing that you want to do, drop that, man, and everybody will move out. So to try to box him in, I thought I would start creating, you know, better police, give them all the upgrades that they need, more jails, and they couldn't keep up with the crime. So I had to add another major police station with all the upgrades, and they barely were able to keep the crime under control. But to do it, it was super expensive. And it's just, you know, you can't keep money in the bank. And so anyway, I bit the bullet, destroyed the Dr. Vu Tower, and just had to wait for the technology levels to rise. I'm not sure what's causing a downturn in our education. We've only got three graduation caps and one tech level cap. So a lot of these buildings are still going high tech, but we've really got to get this education up. All right, so they're teaching 656 students. All right, well, I can't worry about it. I just gotta make sure that we're dealing with other problems like this, like their sewage issue. All this people, the poop, yeah. So we need to add another poop thing. It says that that's not even. We've got more poop than even that can handle. All right. But now I caused a population explosion that I probably didn't want. And so I can still now go in and possibly knock some of these buildings out and do what I said, put more industrial. Because there's still too many people using the road. I have one free month of Xbox Game Pass. And so I'm now going to be playing for a month Doom Dark Ages, which I'm going to be playing after this live stream. And I also picked up Cities Skylines 2. And I'm hoping that what I have learned by playing SimCity will help me a little bit over there. They're very, very similar, I believe, in gaming style. Matter of fact, it's almost like the people that made SimCity went over there and made that. I can't say for certain, but they're so close. So I'm hoping a lot of the same ideas, so when I start playing that here shortly, that I can apply what we've learned here. hold down the shift key, you can do a whole, usually do, not doing it in this case, control, usually fill in larger areas at once, like that. Puts us down to 41,000 people. Control and de-zone a whole area at once. I didn't really want this commercial zone. It might not be big enough. What was that? A large path park. I wish we had an eyedropper tool, because I'm going to blow it up and move it. Better pause before I do it. They freak out. You took away our fun, dude. What? So you might need 4 tiles to get an industrial area to go. So maybe I need more. There's something there preventing it from taking that spot, though. What's going on here? That's what we want. 1, 2, 3. Let's see if they take it. Not a good substitute, but I need to see if they'll still take the area. They took this one. If not, we'll just put in more. Do they want any more shops? They really don't want any commercial. $39,000, getting there, cutting it back a little bit. A lot of people. So that great work. We got our recycle plants over here, and they're collecting plastics, alloys, recycling plastics and metal. And those are getting sent over here. To this trade depot, and then that trade depot takes it over to our major trade port and our freight line and sends those off to our great work. I think they're good here. Oh, we have something. This one blew up a little while ago. Unskilled workers. Well, there's nothing I can do about that. I think. We just have to wait for education levels to rise. Yeah, they're just mad. They want more. We've got a community college. Let's see here. What are we missing? There's the college, a library, the high school, community college. I'm missing elementary school. Did I blow it up? Public library. All right. We're making 3,174, so we can afford this for right at the moment. We're adding a couple of elementary schools. They're finally taking that industrial zone over there. Nice. All right, that's really, again, all we can do now is just wait for them to go to school and try to be smarter. Abandoned building creates crime. Get rid of it. And now let's go over to Trinity Point. We're losing money each hour, so we need to fix that. But stuff is, as I look down, it's transitioning right now, so we don't have an accurate read on profit or loss at the moment. Education level. Not great. We have a university here, community college, public library. Library. There's a grade school. Public library. Public library. Oh, it's closed. Turn these back on. Oh yeah, we had a disaster over here. Bad. That's why a lot of this stuff is off. I had to turn off everything. It was my own stupidity. I fell asleep the other night playing this, and this town just kept going, and then it started collapsing from crime and everything else, fires. And thankfully I caught it on time. But in trying to recover, I had to turn everything off and have the other towns send money over here to help me stabilize it. Lots of health issues, they're saying. Where's the doctor at? Well, I can't do anything at the moment. I can't help you. Ugh. Well, maybe I can. One more hospital wing? Nope, we're full. Well, really not else I can do. Get smart and start converting more stuff to high tech and stop polluting. It's on you. We don't have a high school though. And then we have sewer problems. Pipes are backed up. And you can't rightly tell them, hey, stop pooping so much. I'm gonna tax your poop. Okay, now for the smoke break. I don't even know what time it is. Yeah, it's 30 minutes after the hour. Close enough to the 20-minute mark. Yeah, well, close enough. So, if you are into participating in the 20-minute after the hour thing, then cheers. So it shouldn't take long now for their education levels to go back up, and that will hopefully take the pressure off the clinic. Things start converting back over to high tech if they're polluting. And what do they want? Do they want any commercial? They want medium wealth commercial. This is all low wealth. So the only medium commercial I have is right here. And sort of over here. So we need to encourage them to, no, that's the library. Vacant business. The zoning is gone on that. What's up with this? It doesn't want to zone for... Well, it sure looked like it was off to me. So putting 3 medium wealth ponds into the area to try to promote a little bit more growth there quicker and satisfy that commercial demand. Okay. medical education. Oh my lord. Look at that. Oh my gosh, it's Crime City. Never seen anything like it. They're afraid to go up into Clearwater or Norwich now. They've all ran down here, you scumbags. The other way to think about it is just embrace it. You know, put Dr. Vu in here and embrace that this is Criminal City, right? We need the tech bonus, we need the tech boost, and you know, Maxis Man is present in Clearwater, so we've got a superhero in the game, and so let's just maybe play this town for the bad guys. That way we can bring the casinos in here and start turning this into a tourist. We can start phasing out. I wouldn't even have to phase out. Who cares? We're criminals. We don't care. We don't have to phase out our industry, and we can use all this for tourism. With Dr. Vu as the kingpin. Don't embarrass me in front of Jessica. Did you watch Daredevil on Netflix or Daredevil on Marvel? And Vincent D'Onofrio playing the Kingpin? Oh man, what great casting. He's turned out to be such a great Kingpin. Amazing, amazing. Anyway, his love interest is called Jessica, and I don't believe the quote is, "You embarrass me in front of Jessica." I don't believe that's the actual quote. I think it's, you embarrass me in front of her. And then he beats somebody to death. And so when you first get approached by Dr. Vu's people to build his Vu Tower here, the guy tells you, build Vu Tower, man. You got to help our criminal boss out because he's working at a coffee shop. He's working out of a coffee shop. And I thought about the Kingpin, the early years, the prequel, right? Everybody's into prequels today. So Kingpin, the early years, with Vincent D'Onofrio, Fisk, sitting in the coffee shop, but Jessica's years and years and years away in the future. So his love interest would be, you know, the head waitress, Bernice, Beatrice, something. Him having encounters behind the restaurant at night. You embarrassed me in front of her. Putting people in the dumpster. Then I wanted to do the prequel, where it's Fisk in elementary school or maybe high school, and his crush is Susie or Candy or something, you know. Beating people up, beating them up within inches of their life underneath the bleachers in high school. Beating up that first kid, you know, in kindergarten. He's got a crush on the teacher. You embarrassed me in front of her. Quack, 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 quack. All right, so okay, maybe we will then. Well, then we're gonna embrace crime. We're going to embrace the dark side in this city. I mean, it's just overrun. To be able to now put in the police infrastructure to combat this, it's gonna be thousands and thousands and thousands to do it. I can send cops from other areas to come and patrol here. See, they're already leaving. Too much crime. So I've never embraced the dark side. I'm really not sure what conditions I might need. I might need to actually inspire. I might have to lower commercial taxes to make sure that they stay. I don't know. It's all new territory. Well, let's start off by making matters worse. We have to drop the Vu Tower. and that's going to increase tech levels. And we need that, so there we go. There you go, Dr. Vu. We'll try not to embarrass you in front of her. Daredevil is awesome. I love the Netflix production. I love that he's back at Disney and they haven't switched anything. I'm glad they decided to say, okay, whatever you did it right, and we're just gonna try to leave you alone, and you know, bring back the casting and bring back the Punisher and try to recreate that lightning in the bottle that you captured on Netflix. They did it right. The casting was perfect. Everything was perfect. All right, now we got to get make some money, so we better bring in. We're going to bring in the casinos now. Leak. The Roman luck, absolutely. I've never built one of these, so I don't know what kind of stuff you can build onto it. Well, let's find out, shall we? Oh, our money. We're losing so much money. Oh my gosh, we're gonna go broke. Oh my. I don't know if we're gonna be able to survive. I'm gonna have to send money over from other cities again. We're gonna have to extort them. Wow. A concert hall. A baccarat room. Penthouse. Roman rooms. Establish the base for your Roman luck casino hotel empire with this block of rooms. Yes, absolutely. Ground floor. Tower. Penthouse. Our sign. Awesome. Oh, I love it. Fortunas. High wealth gambler capacity. High wealth tourist attraction. I have to hold off on those. Those are terribly expensive. We want this one for the low wealth. Where's the train station? Oh, really? I should have built it on a bigger plot. Real. Okay, well. Cheap rooms, medium wealth. No, we need more cheap rooms. Oh, really? It was a choice between the rooms and the other stuff? Oh. That's too bad. This got a lot of cool things you can build under. I mean, I can build another one. But we have nickel slots, blackjack tables, comedy club, and a lounge. We'll build another one right next door. Oh, we're gonna go again. We're probably gonna go broke, and I'm gonna have to go send money. Dad, send money quick. Let's put our lounge in. We'll let the other place handle the rooms. Our blackjack tables. Our comedy club. Absolutely. Featuring Zoltan. He's my favorite comedian. Zoltan Kazas. He is one of the hardest working guys in show business. And just an all-around amazing comedian. If you go watch stand-up, if you actually regularly go to your local comedy club, regularly, that's your hangout, then you will easily recognize comics that stand-up comics that they can only read from their material and do the same material. They haven't broken out. They're not comfortable. They can't stand up there and do crowd work and all the other things that are required. They're not so fast in their head they can respond to everything funny, no matter what it is. They're you know, they're not professionals yet. And even the professionals that they bring in, like the headliners, the room will get away from them. Like, okay, well, he's not really good at controlling the room, and he's gonna say things like, hey, you know, we don't put up with anything anymore these days. All I got to do is tell them to kick you out and you're out, instead of just being, you know, dealing with hecklers, you know, shutting people down. That's your job. You know, you're a stand-up comedian. You're the one that's in control. You just, you know, look, you've got to be able to do it and not go the route of let the club owners decide if they're going to kick somebody out. You do your best. Anyway, okay, so there's that type of comedian. Whatever. And then certain comics come along, and no matter what happens, no matter what the situation is, everything about the situation is funny. That's Zoltan Kazas. So the night that I first saw Zoltan, the comedy club was in decline, and there was like 13 people in the room. And I knew if he could destroy and make a room of 13 people just lose their crap, and we had such a good time. And I've done my best to try to see him every year since. Whenever he's in town, promote him, follow him on Twitter, everything. Just. And also, when you see certain comedians and then they do the same routine over and over again, every year they come back and it's the same routine. I don't think Zoltan's ever done a string of shows. I mean, he'll like do the same material for the tour, but every year he comes back, it's never really the same show. Everything's always new material, and sometimes it's night to night. It just depends on what the hell happens. Okay, so we put in our gambling. So now, even though we're losing 10,715 an hour, maybe we can recover. We put the kingpin in, Mr. Fisk. We got Wilson Fisk operating over here. Really? They haven't hired there yet? Too much crime. You're gonna have to embrace the crime, people. It's gonna happen. Damn it. Is it worth it? I hope so. I don't think so, though. I don't understand. How do you embrace crime and then get your people to be happy with it? Or you don't? It's just all tourists, so you can't keep people around long enough to care? You can't afford to have residents living here that aren't criminal friendly. Let's take out all this residence near casino. Zoned for residential. So crime is running rampant in this town over here. So instead of trying to combat it and just put down police and suppress it, I've decided to try to embrace the dark side here, and I don't know this is going to work at all. I can use money from the other two cities to try to support this venture and keep us going. And we're probably going to need to, but now instead of fighting the criminals, put in Dr. Vu Tower again. He's the guy that's creating criminals, and he will create more. But what he does is he spurs the high-tech industry growth. and we're gonna need it to combat pollution. And I put in, and then since we're gonna have criminals anyway, putting in the casino. So I put down my first casino. We went for the Roman luck one. Including the penthouse. And then put in a two casinos over here. One that handles the rooms. This one is just all extra rooms for low wealth and medium wealth people. Then this one provided all the other venues. So itself, the nickel slots, the comedy club, the lounge, there's the lounge, Buck Hunter Motel. So hopefully these will now pull us out of the spiral that we're in. I don't even trying to think of what else I could do other than go crazy and raise their taxes, and I don't want to raise their taxes. I need to think more like a bad guy. What do you mean? Milk them for all they're worth. Take everything. Take everything now. Raise the taxes as high as you can. Who cares? We're not here for the weak. We want the survivors, and that's it. Yikes. I get it though. You don't even need people living here. Just put in a bunch of casinos. They cause too much problems anyway. We don't want people to stick around here long enough to care about the crime. I think you can even, like Maxis, man, you could probably send Dr. Vu out in the town. We'll find out. Unleash henchmen. I don't know what it does, but let's unleash the henchmen. And then this says it requires Vu Laboratory. Vu Mobile Garage. Dr. Vu stores his Vu Mobile here to keep it safe from vandals. The Vu Mobile lets Dr. Vu drive faster and looks totally sweet. Really? I can't put down my car? Cool. Blow yourself up. Aye, aye, Dr. Vu. Don't embarrass me in front of her. Okay. All right, Dr. Vu. Yes, I'm getting fat and can't walk far. Don't put it too far. Trinity will be bankrupt in 24 hours. Extortion. Learn... I'm going to at least unleash all my criminals over on you two cities over there unless you pay me money. Oh my god, did you hear what Dr. Vu said? He said he's going to unleash all those criminals on us unless we pay him. Whatever shall we do? We don't have enough money. We do. How do you gift the simoleons? Gift your simoleons. Oh, select to claim city. Okay. Max. Reminder, note to self. Did you click in here? You can't. Don't ever click the max button again, Phineas. Don't do it, man. Just send it. Tired of clicking. All right. There, Dr. Vu, we have paid your ransom money. So now Dr. Vu has a little operating cash. Maybe it shows up. There's 2 million. That's from Norwich. High tourist demand. Excellent. Invest in an expo center to turn your small town into a tourist destination. Football games, rock concerts. Pro stadium. Fine, fine. Oh, that's why. That's $3,000 an hour. Phew. Of course, I picked the $3,000 an hour one. Losing 54,000 a day. Oh my lord. I may have wickedly screwed up, but we'll see. Let me run it forward a little bit. Are they not on? Yeah, maybe I haven't just let it run through a couple of days and see what happens. No room for the sunshine. They're smarter. Getting smarter. Not teaching a whole lot of people though. How are these casinos doing? 6,000 a day? 9,000 a day? Normally these places are just raking in the money. Okay, run it. Come on, come on. The problem now is everybody left because of the crime. You must embrace the crime. I don't know what else to tell you. You've got to embrace the crime. You guys are killing me. Unbelievable. Normally your casinos just take off, and just not seeing a whole lot of movement going to the casino. My God. Stop with the... I don't recall seeing anybody out there putting together the criminal's guide. I mean, you can play a criminal, you can put down Dr. Vu, so what's the point if you can't? How do you then have a society that doesn't collapse because of crime? Where they embrace the crime. How? What's wrong with you? We're blowing through so much money. But I'm not having to blow up everything. You know what happened there? Some of them blew up. Holy crap, man. I don't know where you get the VU laboratory. Usually these things are rolling in the money. These ones are having a tough time establishing. Everything is. I haven't seen anything like it. Usually these guys are just rolling in the cash. Of course, though. Of course. This game. They just want high wealth. High wealth, high wealth. And that is just this district right here. Oh yeah, that was another thing I wanted to check. So it made let's see if we can get this thing into a borderless window. Borderless window. That's supposed to stop it from crapping out every time I switch over, but it doesn't really. Yeah, the audio still goes out. It loses focus. Okay. Bop, 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 bop. You killing me 1 or 2 million. Oh, what a drag. What a drag. I've got to shut him down. That was the worst thing I could have done. Like I said, no matter what I do, I always manage to make something bad happen and implode. All we needed to do was just relax and keep sending resources over for our great work. We can try to volunteer some of their police cars and try to bite on the crime over there. They're currently closed. So we're sending 18 patrol cars, the bus that promotes crime prevention, and the police helicopter. And we'll just eat that expense on their behalf for a little bit. That's all we need to do tonight is stabilize the towns, which I've done a poor job of doing over there at Trinity Point. But, alright, half an hour more, and then I'm going to Doom, the Dark Ages, and I'm going to pick that up with there. The crime is, the traffic down here is pretty bad, getting pretty bad. Backing it all the way up off the highway. Yep, I totally screwed Trinity Point. Dang it. But the crime here was out of control. All the criminals were coming over from both other towns. Pull up the criminals here. They're just everywhere. So I thought I might as well try to embrace the criminals and go with Dr. Vu again. Just made things way worse. So I thought to put in some casinos to save my bacon because they make a lot of money. And then casinos are failing. I probably won't take any of these slots, but right at the moment I need money and I'm gonna put people everywhere. I need to recover from this, even if I have to take these people out later. Fine, fine. But right now I'm going broke and I've got to recover. So as many people as I can fit in any slot, anywhere at all at the moment. You want to live here, live here. Well, it's coming down, negative 3,900. Come on. Come on, come on. We gotta save this city. Save our city. Can't believe they haven't turned that door song into an ad. Shop at Save Mark City right now. I can't believe we don't have Save Mark City. $1,400. I wonder if we can fill that ARCOLOGY. I wonder if it has to be people. I wonder if we can fill it with mostly jobs. I know that with like mega towers you can. I think. And they've almost got them all. Good morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you might be in time and space. Can you see I'm still at it? I got the arcology started. It's over there. And all I've been trying to do is keep these cities going, and I about destroyed Trinity Point here and brought it all to a crashing end. But all we've been waiting, all we need to do now is just allow the recycle plant in the town to keep sending the alloy, the needed alloy and metal for right now, over there to the Great Work. We're building the arcology. See that all we need to do for right now is fill up the metal bins and the alloy bins. Then we can work on TVs. So it's just a matter of keep doing what we're doing. Don't let anything collapse, and just keep those resources moving. But dummy me, yeah, crime got out of control here, and I thought to just go ahead and let's embrace the crime and make this casino city and criminal city, and oh, it just started falling apart. About destroyed ourselves putting in these casinos, but now I'm not going to take them out. They're just off at the moment. So once we can recover here, hopefully we can. Get the crime under control, get back to kind of where we were. I just put houses everywhere I can fit them for right now to try to get the taxes we need to at least sustain ourselves. Good. They about all have all the criminals off the street. This place was overrun by criminals. It was a nightmare. We can start making a profit again. I'll turn back on one of the casinos, but at the moment they were losing. I've never seen a casino lose money before. They normally just, you place one and all of a sudden you're loaded. These were losing 16,000 a day, 16,000 a day over there. This one was losing 56 to 80,000 a day. I had to send a police helicopter over here and volunteer a bunch of cop cars. Oh, look at night. They're all coming out. Look at that. All right, well, that's it. We're going to pick it up here. We're going to leave it here. Pick it up here tomorrow. All right, got to get ready to do I have 1 month of Xbox Game Pass for purchasing this computer, and I had to use it or lose it. So I did, and I saw that they've got the new Doom over there, Dark Ages. It's turning out to be quite fun. And so I've got that loaded, and I've also picked up Cities Skylines 2. It's like advanced SimCity. So I'm hoping I can take what I've learned over here to Cities, we're gonna find out real soon. I'll get that loaded up and ready to start live streaming. Okay, thank you for tuning in tonight. Like and subscribe if you want to follow me and watch me give it my best shot, my best go at Doom. And so you know, whenever I'm playing it. Monday through Friday I do my normal Sky Dude. Let me give you a quick, before I shut down, let me go ahead and... Do you ever get a Jones to play something you haven't played in a long time? No. I have a SimCity 2013 Jones. It's been nagging at me for days. One moment. So I reinstalled it from the EA app, but I'm not sure that I'm happy about that. So this is what I'm playing, and then I'll end the show. Good morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you might be. Here are a few teaser clips of what I'm currently playing. After being pecked by a radioactive bird, the somewhat mannered T-Tide Hill was compelled to become Kineas, the Sky Dude. You ever get a Jones to play something you haven't played in a long time? Well, I have a SimCity 2013 Jones. It's been nagging at me for
with
days.
With character at the bottom there, it looks like
so
Sky
I reinstalled it from the EA app,
probably more,
but I'm not sure that I'm happy about that.
Completely
it's
honest,
a madness, I tell you. A madness.
Like a Sky Dude.
It's going to consume up entirely too much of my time.
Not a Sky Dude, but I am getting there.
You see all this fancy stuff they're displaying in this intro teaser?
Slowly but surely becoming a Sky Dude.
Well, I always seem to implode before I ever get to the fancy future stuff. I think I develop too fast, get too impatient, get a little too crazy with trying some things. So my Jones wants me to try to take it a bit slower on the development and pay close attention to the basics of population growth and basic resource demands. I want to try to get multiple cities working together, buying and selling resources and goods, then work up to regional transportation, then work up to all the future fancy stuff, and then maybe even, finally, create one of the great works. Now, that all sounds good right now, but I'm not sure how it's going to go this time around. Anyway, I got the SimCity Jones, I tell you. The Jones! And it's a madness. What? Me? Playing an FPS game at my age? Well, I'm gonna give it my best shot. This highly acclaimed survival game doesn't need aliens or zombies. The environment and the critters and my own stupid mistakes are all that is needed to kill me over and over and over. I have to be completely honest, this game has been teabagging me pretty hard. Yep, the Nestea plunge.